If you want to connect the Shopware 6 store to different tracking and advertising solutions like Google Analytics, Google Ads, Hotjar, Facebook, Google Tag Manager or Microsoft Advertising, you always need to find out the correct tracking ID for each platform. But it's not always easy. In this tutorial, I want to show you how you can find them. Have fun! Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexander Barton from your favorite Shopware agency above the clouds, Shop Studio. Let's talk about tracking IDs. If you want to set up, let's say Google Tag Manager, maybe with Google Tag Manager app, or maybe you want to create a direct connection to the tracking solution like Pixel Your Shop, you always have the same problem. You need to find the tracking IDs, but it's not easy to find them because you know the UIs of Facebook, Google Analytics, they are complicated, they are overloaded and it's hard to find things. I prepared this video for you so you can just do the same thing as I'm doing and then you can find the required tracking IDs. The first tracking ID is Facebook. I think Facebook has the most complicated UI and it's really confusing, like a small labyrinth. To find the Pixel ID, you need to go to Event Manager and now to Data Sources. And here you can see all your data sources. If you haven't created one, you can create one here with this connect data sources. Let's say in our case, the pixel is test and here you can already see the ID, but I think we can also see it here if you go to the settings and this is the same one. So we found the tracking ID for Facebook. Tracking ID number 2 is Google Tag Manager. To find out the right ID, we can, for example, create a new container or choose an existing one. Let's say in our case, we have already a container here. We click on it. Now we are inside the container and there are multiple possibilities. If your container is new, a new modal will appear and in the tracking code, you can find the Google Tag Manager container ID, but it's also possible to find it here on the top right side. And if I go to the admin, we can see the container ID here as well. Number 3 is Google Analytics. For Google Analytics, we need to go to this button here, admin. Now we go to data streams. If you haven't created a data stream, you need to add one, of course. But in our case, it's called the first one. And here you can find the measurement ID. And this is the one starting with G minus. And normally you just take it and paste it to the correct input in the Shopware administration. Number 4 is the Hotjar site ID. For Hotjar, you need to, of course, create a new account and then create a new workspace and a new site. Afterwards, you can find the site ID. If you, for example, go to manage your plan, then we go to organization and sites. On the left side, here you can find the site ID. In our case, starting with 293, and that's Hotjar. Number 5 is Google Ads. To find out the Google Ads tracking ID, we need to go to Tools and Settings. And we need to go to Conversions. We need to create a new conversion action or use an existing one. Here you can see the Add to Cart and Purchase conversion action. We click, for example, on the Purchase. And now here's like a panel. We click on it, Tag Setup. We use the Google Tag Manager. And here we can see the conversion ID and the conversion label. One note from my side, the conversion ID is always the same per account level and the conversion label is the unique identifier for the conversion purchase in this case. The last one is now Microsoft Advertising. It's a little bit similar to the Google Ads setup because the UI is very similar. In our case, we need to go to Tools, now to UET tag. You either create a new tag or use an existing one. And if you create a new tag, here you can see the tag ID. Of course, there are more tracking solutions on the market, but these are the most important ones. Hopefully, you have learned a little bit in this tutorial and you know now how to find the tracking IDs. As always, do not forget to subscribe to the channel or leave a comment or review below and we see us in the next tutorial. Bye!